All right, folks, this is Dr. Thruster's place. We're over in Founders, and we have a climb ahead of us. Oh, how appropriate. We have like a little creature flying around there too. Okay, yeah, we have a climb ahead of us. This tower that they set up, and then somewhere up there, I think, is the house. All right. Little ghosties are populating the area. Maybe they're ghosts, maybe they're meant to be like NPCs that are like also climbing up. So we'll see what's going on up there. But first, let's see what is down here. We're in the upper elevations of Founders. We're in the Highlands. There we go. The Highlands of Founders, where you can look down on stuff, check out things, check out potential invasions and all that. That's us keeping watch, but here's us keeping watch in a very lazy way. This is what we should be doing. This is what we're definitely doing. Like, yo, it'll come, man. We'll hear them coming. It's all good. Legion ships, they make the whole wow sound and all that stuff. We don't need to keep an eye out for that. I mean, what's the point? They just teleport in anyway. We know what they look like. So just drink up, buddies. Bottom area here, filled out with greens. Just to give it that sense of life, because a lot of the busy stuff is going to be, of course, up above. Now, they did fence things off, which is kind of curious. Didn't have to. We have natural barriers here. We have, because we're against the mountain and everything, but, you like what you like. Respect that. Greens are dotting the bottom of this otherwise very thin tower. It's using very thin walls as the setup, but also those thin walls, man, those eat up budget like crazy. So let's do this this kind of climb here. I should probably have my character visible just in case. So this is where people who tried to climb and failed and died. That's what happened. That's what happened to them. So, boop, boop. Let's go. So well done on the angles, and then ta-da, we made it. And the house itself is like very heavily dressed. We do have like some spotlights coming out, which I find I'm very amused by. And also here, I'll just do a fly around real quick, just in case. Oh, kite up above, very cute. And otherwise, yeah, they use multiple trees to just kind of, even though it's like angled kind of funny, this is kind of how it goes. So yeah, I gotta hide all this somehow, okay? But I think that works out. As soon as we go in, we have this certain kind of collection here. We have kind of like this very magey look, with Kirin door chandelier is something that I wanted to like just kind of point out there. But we also have like these strong themes here towards sigil over there. We have like the color representations and everything. Can't do anything about the walls. We just kind of got to deal with that. But otherwise, very heavy Dalaran vibes as soon as we come into the spot here. So we get into this first room, and it looks like we only have one option. It's right there, right through there, and very kind of them to put in a Kirin door sigil to make it nice and easy to identify. Otherwise, in this room, we have a collection of random things, including the boss, who is kind of hiding. So the boss is there, to help greet us. Awesome. Thanks for having me. Let me grab a quick snack. All that. Nom nom nom. Slurp slurp slurp. We'll enjoy ourselves for a little bit. Give a quick hello to Snuffles and Murgle. And this otherwise, what feels like, here's like basically like where we address folks. I get down on one knee. I propose, not propose marriage or nothing like that, but yo, I behind on my taxes, dude. Sorry, not much I can do. And then the boss of the house, they reach over, to the hookah. You're fine, just get out. And then with a wave of their hand, they use their mind magic, and I just get blasted through the door. Boom! And then I'm really high up, and I'm like, so That sort of vibe. Benevolent leadership on that part. All right. So let's see what's going on in this Kieran Tor place. We'll go through the secret door and oh, wow. Okay. All right. So I have a feeling that we're in for a trip. Yeah. Oh, very interesting. Alliance draft their flag, Horde draft their flag, Sylvanas flag that is in the middle. Haha. Very interesting contrast when we first entered what really felt like a very strong Kieran Tor themed place. Now, what are we really getting into? Oh boy. I expect like Sylvanas skulls and, you know, lots of depictions of her or favorite girl. No, maybe not, but we'll see. Really cool stuff with the bookshelves, by the way. Always awesome when we see that kind of work being done. So let's go. Boop. All right. So we're in this. Wait, hold up. Good. Holy crap. Oh, okay. Somewhere. Wow, that's really high up. See that right there? There's the top. Oh, we got to climb ahead of us, buddies. Yeah, good thing I didn't order food yet. We're going to be here for a while. Fantastic climb. And, you know, and it's otherworldly. You know, when you're dealing with a climb of this scale, oh man, you'll do whatever. Just use whatever method works, man. So regardless of like the gaps and all that stuff, as long as we're not falling off, we're fine. You know, so this is like one of those out of this world, suspend disbelief, like, yo, let's just go on this awesome journey. Up. Up and up and up. This took him some time. Oh yeah, I'm sure this must have taken like at least like what? Like 10 minutes. Crazy work. Big shelves, by the way. Very, very big shelves. I'm just doing a quick check. I'm gonna guess that the only way we're going is up. Right, but then they did you know, dress these up, different decorations, but very interesting that they have like these kind of hidden things here. Yeah, didn't need to do that, but they did, just to kind of you know, give us a little something to discover, right? Oh. You know, like how like rescue dogs and stuff, you got to give them something to find, that way they feel accomplished and all that stuff. That's what those are. It's not trying to troll. It's just trying to be polite. All right, so let's begin the climb. Notice how the walls are being mostly filled up with, you know, not too crazy of a selection of items, but you know, many. And it looks like, okay, now we're failing the walk check. So the walk check, you know, so I call this the walk check. If I can't go up these kind of stairs with a walk, then kind of sucks, but we can run just fine. All right, so we reached the second floor. And we have signage that indicates strong engineering vibes up in, oh wow. I feel like this is a place where they just bought everything that they could and then they emptied it out on the walls, on the floors, everywhere. But it's being done in such a tasteful way. So here's like a boss level chair. So boom, boom. Proportioned, not really, but who cares? So here's like the boss's POV. Oh, check out the collection of stuff. It's a really awesome to see things like this, where you have just random stuff that's thrown down, but it's done in such a way to feel like a sort of collection of sorts. Very cool, very messy, but it has like a certain personality, this sort of like lived in feel that is very difficult to achieve, actually. You know, it's hard to pull off that strong lived-in feel. You know, having an appropriate mess that doesn't seem too unrealistic. Although some people are total slobs like me, and so sometimes. Now here is just kind of like a whole like, okay, I got a, you know, fidget spinner kind of spot. I gotta click everything. Everything's got to get clicked. And now we're happy. Yeah. But what is going on here? You know, it just right now it just appears to be like a big just collection of stuff. You know, lots of different projects being worked on all at the same time, just to throw things off. Lots of failed experiments too, because that's what happens when you work on way too much at once. You know, so it's not hard to imagine the boss like running around like trying to manage all these different things they're trying to put together, you know, get things out of the way, only for things to like just totally blow up in their faces, and they just dump it all and keep going because that's their passion and all that. Yeah. Fun floor that we have here. Now, are any of the experiments paying off? I'm sure this guy would, you know, regardless of how things are going, they just want to get out. Can I go home now? Can I just go to the Shadowlands now? Not yet. We ain't done with you. There's still more dark work to be done. All right, so let's resume the climb here. And notice here we have a more steady climb, which really highlights the immense challenge that comes from making these kinds of stairwells. It's tough, dude. It's really, really tough. But here the walk check is good. We're now entering the kind of enchanting sort of area, maybe. So we're sort of portaled in a sense. And inside this octagonal room, we have these different separators to, you know, deliver some strong themes. So we have a kind of a dark theme, a void undead fell theme plus earthen. So what kind of story is being told here? It's a little bit hard to tell. You know, on the opposite end, again, we have an earthen hanging out here, along with a void, I forget what this is, portal kind of thing? A ritual spire. So whatever the case, poor earthen. Things are not going so great for him. Here we have an interesting combination. Fell stuff with troll stuff. It's like alluding to troll demon hunters someday, which would be kind of cool. You know, here we have more representations of the Randori, plus fell chains, which I don't think are being depicted really, but we have space void stuff here too. Of course, we got a dedication to Xalatath, which is surrounded by fell. Which, yeah, so we have some interesting what feels like contradictions. It's like, wait, you know, things don't quite come together. We are seeing some new things though. Here are the new flowers that came with the patch. These bells, yeah, bell flowers. There you go. And there are a couple of variants of those, not too many, but those are the flowers that we're getting access to with this new 1207 patch. This, I'd say, has like the strongest, the most consistent depiction here. All fell, baby. All fell. But it feels like, once again, just like similar to the goblin, I'm sorry, the gnome area and engineering stuff, lots of experiments happening on this floor. It's like captured snapshots of different conflicts. So we climb and climb, and we reach what looks to actually this is the top. So here's the top of the spot, and check out the roof work that's being done here. Very interesting, because we have like these kinds of spirals that are being done here too, but you know, those are stairs that don't go anywhere. But we also have like this walled, the ceiling decor here. Very, very pretty setup. Centerpiece is this big old chandelier setup, rugs, and then of course we have our curved elven tables, very popular piece that's being used here. They stuck with the gold, they didn't want to buy any other color, so we have like this nice contrast between the gold and red, is what we've been seeing. Tons of flags up here, and as we get to the top of this spot here, Murgles. Oh, they're playing. Everyone's having a good time. Yay. Okay, so it's a fun place. So far, it's the depiction of fun. The things that are going on below, that's cool, but it's all fun and games. As soon as you get to the top floor here, they're playing, they're learning, they're hanging out. You know, this is where the boss is. You know, so there's got to be like this sort of like feeling of relative safety. Even though there's probably like, you know, lots of extra work that they're having done as well. Towards the center here, because we haven't seen it yet. Place to eat. And also sleep. Yeah, they sort of have their bed here as well. So here they are. Actually, it would have been funnier actually if the chair was here, because you're like, all right, cool, nom 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 nom. They turn around, ugh, food coma, and he just totally crashed the hell out. That'd be perfect. That would have been perfect. But no, they're responsible, right? They'll eat here properly. Make sure they're nice and clean before bedtime and all that. Or not. Here they can enjoy some snacks while they're studying and doing stuff. And now let's check out the rooms, because we got three. We have all the options here, which is kind of funny because, yeah, very different, because we got to the top floor. This is the center of this top floor. It's an octagonal room, right? And the centerpiece is the bed. So is this the boss's bed actually, or like is it their bed? Because maybe they all like hang out here and sleep. They do their thing. Or they're just like sprawled all over the place. But we'll see. Boop. Bathroom? Perhaps bathroom. Nope. Rusty spot right over there. Oh, actually, no. Yes, bathroom. All right. So, new stuff with the earthen sink. I'm sorry, with the elven sink, as well as the elven bathtub. Oh, they're doing their thing. Okay, is it okay? We like jump in together and all that stuff and hang out? Yeah. So, we're all chilling. It's like they're the attendants or something like that. You know, it's like, yo, there's this itch or this thing in the back. Can you get that for me? And then they'll climb up and they'll clean us up and everything. All right. Yeah, great stuff with the scribe table here, and then over on this end, probably the defecation station. Oh yeah. An industrial strength loo. There we go. Awesome. Now, is there actual plumbing, or is there some sort of like doohickey that does some magic and automatically purifies the water that's down there? If there is, I still wouldn't trust it. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a magic spell to be like, yo, I took this fecal water and now it's totally clean. Here, drink it. Would you drink it? Probably not. You know, we have a certain thing in our heads. It's like, yo, we know where it's been. I don't know, man. I trust you, but I just can't get over that feeling. So, despite what gnomish Titan technology can do, I don't trust it. But I'm cool with the arcane toilet paper. You know, magic toilet paper, excellent stuff. All right, so let's retreat some. We got 2 more rooms at least to check out. All right, so bed in there. I really like this, actually. This is a very cool cool setup here. It would have helped to have like a little bit of personalization here, like have the book, like, so you see how these books are leaning, like doing that there, that would help a ton, because I happen to, I don't know, there's something charming about like having that separate standing bookshelf there. Ooh, we got more stuff that way. Okay, so maybe I won't go that way. Wait, so this is just a transition spot? Not a bedroom. Well, and we're outside. Okay, the things, you know, a surprise through every door. We climbed this really tall tower, but now I feel like we've been portaled into something else. So there's Sassy Dragon again. Hey, what's up? We're looking and staring at something far in the distance. But out here, huge garden. All sorts of plants that they've collected. And oh, wow. Okay, that's really high up. Like, this Tower of Plant. You know how sometimes I'll talk about the story of greens. I'm like, yeah, guys, with the way the shaping is, you can see how things kind of like spread and then come out. Here, this thing just turned into a monster. I feel this is a monstrous growth that we have here. It started off, and then at some point, like there was like this, I don't know, fertilizer injection, and then it just exploded into like this whole kind of like plant tentacle beast sort of thing. That's a lot of fun. That's hella fun. And throughout the rest of the spot, in the more grounded level, lots of plant work, grass work, things that they've collected and throw down to, and just bring it all together. It helps out a lot. Let me zoom out some. We'll get an idea of here. Oh, very interesting. It was harder to tell from ground level, but like check out the even placement of these paving stones. Very clean with the setup and everything. Sassy Dragon, of course, she's got her cool blanket of greens to help her out. You know what I haven't seen yet? I know it's like second day of the patch, but I haven't seen, or maybe I missed it. I haven't seen the tusks yet. Those giant tusks that you can get from the Razorwind vendors in the neighborhoods. I'm very looking forward to those. Yeah, cool setup. Yeah, I love these shots because you have like these huge trees. Despite you could almost say like it's kind of an illusion of distance because you can see how like the trees here, they're a little bit faded for whatever reason. So it looks like they're far away, but if they are far away, they're huge. They're absolutely huge. If it's being depicted like that. That's fun. That's hella fun. All right, so we were there. And okay, it was this spot here because there's just like more to explore, which is crazy. All right, so let's go this way to the Hall of the Dead, as I sometimes refer these as. There's a lot of these things, dude. This is a lot of jewel crafting. How many of these have been used? They're like all over the place, dude. Wow. Did like someone accidentally post a bunch of these for like 10 gold each or something like that? Because that's all I can think of. All right, so we transition over to this plus-shaped room, and now more treasure stuffs. Very cool. Okay, I really like the way that this is dressed. It's simple. You have like these very like simple placements, but the depiction itself, like I'm a big fan of trophy rooms overall. Like I like seeing celebrations of what players have done, which is why I'm so hard up on wanting to show off like weapons and armor sets and things like that. So that way people get to stroke their egos and talk about like this cool ensemble or this cool set that they made for themselves, or, talk about things that they farmed for a really long time. What we get here with all these like kinds of newer things that we're getting, it's cool too, showing off our recent accomplishments, but I think it really hits the nostalgia really well when we can like talk about, oh, here are all the legendaries that I've earned over the years and so on. But love trophy rooms, always a big fan of these. Very different with this setup though. They just took a bunch of the opals that were earned from decor duels. Oh my god, let me just drop them in. They're very cheap anyway, so it's like, hey, why not? All right, so we went from there. Now we're going this way. And we continue with the trophy room setup. Very nice. And what do we have here? We do have depictions of like the different Loas in their jade statue form, raid accomplishments, other accomplishments. Nice. Again, nice and so nice clean looks. This is the kind of thing that you go to a museum, you sit, You try to understand the meaning of it all, and then you sit down with someone else, and then that person passes you a note, and it's a secret mission to go on a CIA trip down to Croatia because there's like this thing going on, and you're the only one who can help. I kind of got away with that, but yeah. And more of these things, dude. There's so many of these labs. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh, there's the boss. Hey. So are you leading me somewhere? I don't know if you want to show me something that I missed, because that's always possible. Boop, boop, boop. So we're going into the bathroom again. And is this where this is your throne? he just wanted a good ending shot, I think. Excellent.